Most strong men do not know how to wear a suit. Take a quick browse on the internet for muscle men wearing suits, and you will find some horrific examples of badly worn suits. They tend to wear them just like they wear their Under Armour compression gear, and they're trying to show off their muscles even while they're wearing a suit. Don't let your ego get in the way of your suit, and let the fabric drape like it's supposed to. I'm not a huge fan of Jason Statham, but recently I have enjoyed a few of his movies, especially the Guy Ritchie movies. So today I'm happy to be able to take a close look at the suits worn by Jason Statham in the movie Operation Fortune. There's some very nice suits here, and he's one of the best dressed muscle men on the screen. Hi, my name is Michael, and welcome to my channel for the love of suits. If you're new here, we try to find inspiration on how to dress well from the best dressed men on the screen. Drop a new video every Wednesday and shorts throughout the week. And I'd like to thank everybody for their amazing feedback when I suggested changing the name of the channel to Suited and Booted. That got a huge thumbs down. That was very unpopular, and the vote was to keep the channel name the way it was. In this scene we have two men dressed in perfect suits for the heat, presumably in the summer in Turkey. Let's take a look at Operation Fortune, played by Jason Statham. Operation Fortune's suit is made out of cotton. Cotton, like linen, is an excellent fabric to wear in hot weather because it's quite light and extremely breathable. It's worth noting when buying a suit for hot climate or the summer. You might be inclined to go very light with the fabric, thinking quite correctly that the lighter the fabric is, the easier it will be to wear. However, the lighter you go, also the less drape you have in the fabric. So it is good to go not too light, which is why you'll find people wearing Irish linen when they wear linen suits for the summer, even though you can get lighter Italian suits. The Irish linen just tends to drape better. So let's take a look at this fabulous jacket, which is tailor-made for the character Operation Fortune in this movie. The clothing designer was Lulu Botom, and you may have heard her name before. She did the wardrobe for the fabulous TV series for Guy Ritchie, The Gentleman, so please check that out at the link here. Now this jacket is, interestingly, a 3-button jacket. You don't see too many of them these days. It was custom made for him, and I would guess because of his size, the 3 buttons is going to break the jacket up a little bit. Otherwise, there's going to be just a bit too much fabric. He also has on a ticket pocket, and the purpose of this is the same as the 3 buttons. It's to break up the jacket so it doesn't look too empty. The jacket has notched lapels and flap pockets, making it look very traditional and a little bit casual at the same time. It has unstructured shoulders, which is perfect for a broad-shouldered or strong man. You don't want to make the shoulders seem too cartoonishly big. And underneath he is wearing a black John Smedley 3-button polo. If you've been following my channel for a while, you will have heard of John Smedley before. Bill Nye is a huge fan of John Smedley and recommends everybody have at least one John Smedley 3-button polo in their collection. And if you're interested in the style rules of Bill Nye, you can check out this video here where I covered the movie Living. The other character in the opening scene is Nathan, and he is wearing a classic and beautiful example of a light beige 3-piece linen suit. It looks like a linen blend with silk and looks extremely comfortable even in hot weather. Now, I know a lot of people leave comments and saying, oh, you live in Ireland, you've no idea what hot weather is like. I lived in Shanghai for 20 years, 44 degrees centigrade and 97% humidity, and I wore suits throughout the summer. I know exactly what it's like to live in a hot climate and wear good clothes. And apart from this beautiful suit, Nathan is also wearing a button-down shirt and a necktie. He's British and is keeping a stiff upper lip, otherwise I would recommend loosening that collar and losing the tie. But the button-down shirt is a nice way to keep it casual, even though he's wearing a 3-piece suit. And this second suit is another excellent suit. It's a blue Glen check suit, but the pattern is very subtle and you can only see the Glen check close up. I noticed something peculiar both when he was entering the aeroplane and leaving the aeroplane. The jacket appears to be a little too large for him, but that's very odd because I know the designer is excellent and the suits were tailor-made. But then I realized what had happened. He had forgotten the golden rule when wearing a 3-button suit. The rules for the buttons are sometimes, always, never. When you're going to button those buttons, you can sometimes button the top one, always button the middle one, and just like a 2-piece suit, never button the bottom. But in the case where you're only leaving one buttoned, that must be the middle button, he has left the top button closed, and this creates a very peculiar shape in the jacket, making it spread out at the bottom and making it look like an ill-fitting jacket, and he's wearing a classic beautiful crisp white shirt beneath it. The second problem it creates, you can see clearly when he's leaving the aeroplane, that dreaded inverted V. That is, as the jacket opens up at the bottom, it creates a large gap where you can see his white shirt showing through, and this is not visually appealing. If he had buttoned the middle button, that would have closed up completely or down to a minimum, which would look much better. And Nathan is again wearing a superb 3-piece suit, although he has the jacket off this time. It's a brown check fabric with a navy overcheck. This has allowed him to wear a navy shirt underneath, which works perfectly with the navy overcheck in the suit itself, and a nice patterned navy tie. I think Nathan is quite accustomed to wearing his suits without jackets, therefore he has gone for lapels on the waistcoat. This is an excellent idea if you're planning to wear your suit without the jacket frequently. The lapels help you look very well dressed. Nathan has superb tastes, not just in three-piece suits, but it looks like in wine and food as well. If you're enjoying this video, then please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And better yet, if you're feeling a bit generous, become a member and check out our comments section. We have a great community there. And the third suit Nathan was wearing is another sand-colored suit. But this time it's a two-button suit and he's wearing a navy John Smedley polo underneath. And again, notice the unstructured shoulders, perfect for his build. And here we get to see some excellent examples of tuxedos, and to show that even within the strict rules of black tie, things have gotten a lot more adventurous in modern times. Mostly thanks to actors appearing on the red carpet. They've really pushed the envelope with black tie. Orson is wearing a classic black suit with a black bow tie and white shirt. A plain minimalist white shirt, which I think is very appropriate for modern day black tie. He also has a white pocket square to match. Danny, of course, being an actor, has gone for something a little more striking. He's gone for a white jacket, also quite traditional and acceptable in the rules of black tie, a black bow tie, and a nice black pocket square to match. However, nowhere near as striking as the tuxedo worn by Greg, played by Hugh Grant. He's wearing a dark blue velvet tuxedo made by Gucci. Velvet in a striking colour has actually become quite acceptable for black tie. The rich and the famous have pushed the boundaries of black tie and has made the choice of colours and fabrics a bit more flexible and flamboyant. They may not be traditional, but they are acceptable. So, if you have a black tie event, don't forget it doesn't have to be black, you can have fun with it. And this next look for Greg is a very preppy, almost Ralph Lauren look. He's got on a pair of blue shorts, an excellent length for a gentleman. They could be a little bit longer, but keeping them well above the knee unless you're a teenager. On top of that, he has a white wool knit sweater. It's perfect for yachting, where there's going to be a mixture of warm and cool weather. And the white loafers with the sockness look is perfect. He could have walked straight off the pages of a Ralph Lauren catalogue. However, I've frequently seen this look copied and failed. Do not try to pull it off by matching a hoodie with some shorts. It does not go as well. And here Orson wears a beautiful grey houndstooth sports coat. This fabric, particularly in tweed, is an excellent choice for a sports coat. It's endlessly flexible. And houndstooth itself is an amazing pattern and can be found in various scales. When it's very much smaller, it's known as puppy's tooth, and when it's exploded and made much bigger, it's known as wolf's tooth. And underneath again, a John Smedley polo and a pair of charcoal grey trousers. Now, although Danny is one of the major players, we haven't looked too closely at him, but here I can't help but admire his absolutely spectacular purple suit. Now, I know not everybody, including me, could pull off something that vibrant, and I would say toning it down with the dark blue pattern shirt underneath, except with so many buttons undone, that's hardly what you call toning it down. But he is an actor, and he's not afraid of standing out. But I still think the colour is absolutely fantastic, especially in the sunshine. But he is a movie star, and he wears it very well. And Nathan, once again, wearing an excellent three-piece suit, this time a warm grey flannel. And once again, lapels on the waistcoat, as he frequently wears it without the jacket. And Jason is back in the blue Glen check suit, but this time he has exchanged the crisp white shirt for a navy polo for a very different look. So how do you think Jason Statham looks in this movie in these suits? Personally, I do find him one of the best dressed muscle men on the screen. There are some very bad examples out there. Do you disagree with me? Do you think there's a better dressed man out there? Don't say The Rock, I'm really not a fan, and while he does make an attempt to wear those suits quite well, he's just a little too big to wear a suit at all. So, regardless of what size you are, regardless of how strong you are, or what your build is, whether you have big shoulders or a big belly, remember, let the suit do what it's supposed to do. Let the fabric drape and make you look as good as you possibly can be. Don't try to fight it, go with it. Thank you for watching to the end, and I hope to see you next week with a new video.